my 1978 Honda Civic. It's presently up for auction on bringatrailer.com. A few people have asked to see videos of it, so here it is. 51,000 original kilometers, approximately 32,000 miles. I bought it from the original owner. It's the only vehicle she's ever owned, and she lived in an apartment, so it was parked in underground parking from day one. It's mostly original paint. She had a small accident with it in the front left corner, 1979. So the front left fender and the left door were painted then. And she told me that the rest of the car had never been touched, and I haven't done anything with it, so I had no reason to believe that it's not original paint. But it looks amazing. Let's do a little walk around here. One of the beautiful things about this car being parked in underground parking its entire life is the rubber seals, weather stripping, windows seals, all the rubber on the car is almost like new. It's soft and pliable, no cracks, like is so often the case with these older cars. But this side of the car was parked towards a wall where the lady lived, and so it's remarkably clean. Really no door dings on this side. There's a small dent here in front of the fender with a little spot of brush touch-up paint. Tires are in great shape, probably 80% or so. Yeah, and this side is looks good. It's there's a very, very light door ding here. Probably can't even see it in the camera. The chrome is like new. It still has the OK Honda sticker on it. This was applied as the car left the factory, showing that it's okay for delivery after inspection. It's on the inside of the window, but it's water soluble. So when you wash the window, it comes off. It's missing one corner, but otherwise it's intact. It's a pretty remarkable original piece. This back corner is in great shape. The bumper ends, 3 out of the 4 have a little scuff mark on them. Somewhere along the way she got a little close to something. The bumper is straight. Has one little scrape on this side on top, but otherwise it's in perfect shape. Rear valance is straight and clean. There's no rust really anywhere on this car that I've found. This side of the car is a few more door dings on it. It was on the open side of the parking there. It's a small dent here behind the wheel. A little scrape there, but didn't go through the paint. It's still got all the original paint on top. This door is kind of where a few of the door dings are, ironically. You might be able to sort of see there's a few of them along here. A bit hard to see. Right in this area right here, there's a little spot of body filler, and there are a couple little tiny bubbles on it. Body filler bubbles. Again, it's so small you probably can't. Oh, maybe there's one in the, but it's really not very noticeable. Again, the chrome is in perfect shape. Mirror is perfect. This front fender is good. front bumper is also in perfect shape. Lower valance is straight. A few little rock chips on it. Probably from a couple road trips that I did. Had this on a couple of 1,000 kilometer trips, and there was one part of the highway where there was a bit of gravel on the road, but that's about it. The hood here, there's a paint crack that runs up this edge that's been there since I got it. Hasn't gotten worse or changed in any way. And right along here there's a tiny little scrape sort of that has again the brush touch-up paint, but difficult to see. But the paint's in it's in amazing shape. There's a little bit of again, it's probably going to be hard to see, but there's a little bit of fading to it here and there. Not sure you can see it on the video, but it sort of has a, yeah, it's hard to really explain, like a bit of a fogging of a lighter yellow. Sort of comes into the edges a little bit here and there, but other than that, it's in remarkable shape. So in the back here, interior is in fantastic condition. I really don't think she put anything other than groceries back here. Door jambs are clean. Again, the soft, pliable seals. Actually, this really shows up here. These roof strips are usually in terrible shape, and the chrome, the clear on top of the chrome is always coming off on these cars. But these ones, because they've been so well preserved, I can actually twist it up and it's still perfect. It's like new. Let's just pop in like that. So that really shows the condition of the rubber. Interior is in amazing shape. Door jambs again are just fantastic. It's a few little scrapes and chips here, probably from the seat belt getting stuck in the door, the toggle of it. But all up in here, it's just perfect. The original owner confirmed for me that the speakers in the doors were installed by the dealer. They're the ones that cut the holes in the doors to put the speakers in. So those are there. Carpets are in great shape. Driver's seat just has a little bit of cracking on the bottom section, but the back is perfect. Passenger seat is perfect, and the back seat is perfect. So everything works as it should. Has the deluxe gauge package, including the tack and the separate temperature and fuel gauge pod. I installed the gauges, the deluxe gauges, and it also has 5-speed. It has the correct original shifter boot. Those also rarely survived. Both of these are from a CVCC model vehicle, and the gauges are restored. It's the original odometer, but it has the 5-speed face attached. They just screw on once you take the gauges apart. The tape deck is a bit of a newer item. I bought that probably about 1990 for one of my other first gen Civics. You need a very small bodied tape deck to fit in the dash on these. This is an original tape door though that I added into it. So the tape door is correct, but the radio is a bit newer. Has the optional cigarette lighter with this special bezel that fits around here. It fits over top of this little embossment there in this hole. It's first gen only, so it's not just any cigarette lighter, or in these days I guess power outlet would work on it. And while we're on the subject, car was never smoked in. She didn't smoke. It's the inside of the ashtray. Actually still has the Honda new car smell inside, which is pretty remarkable. I love it. It's one of my favorite things of the car. Headliner is in perfect shape. Park brake works. It's on right now. We're on a bit of a hill. Car's in neutral. Runs fantastic. And again, everything does what it's supposed to do. Seatbelt warning. All the different lights work. High beam light. Windshield wipers operate as they should. Low, high. I mean, the car only has 50,000 kilometers on it. 51,364 and a half. But everything's in remarkable shape. Again, the car runs great. There's a slight hesitation, accelerator pump hesitation when you step on the gas. There's also burns a little bit of oil on deceleration. A few years ago I replaced the guides and valve seals, and didn't seem to fix it, which usually should for deceleration oil burn. But my guess is the car was parked for 13 years when I bought it, so my guess is potentially a sticky ring, something like that. It doesn't burn very much. I didn't really worry too much about it. I've had the car in a couple of 1,000 kilometer road trips, and did great. Maybe put 1 or 2 liters of oil in it. 4,000 kilometers that I've put on the car, something around there. Don't really remember. Under hood is just as clean as the rest of the car. Again, there's no rust anywhere. Inner fenders they look great. A little bit of shadowing right there, but it's actually just a factory sealer shadowing. It's from back here, it kind of looks like little rust spots I noticed, but it's not. Very clean in here. Has all the pieces it should have. No rust anywhere around the inner fenders. The bit of paint loss and the reinforcement for the hood, it doesn't looks a bit like rust, but I guess it is a light rust to it, but really just surface. One spot of a bit of surface rust that is down in this corner. There's just a couple little spots there, I think from the accident, but again, it's a real surface rust to it. That's about it on the car. Another thing to note is because it after the accident, I'm not sure if I said this yet or not, but she kind of scared her from driving. So she took the bus when she could. And if the weather was in any type of poor weather, she wouldn't take the car. So it's seen no snow. It's seen very little rain. And so you can see a lot of the zinc coating, a lot of the parts that were zinc coated, the zinc is still there, which a lot of these cars, you're not going to see that. It still has the gold sheen to it of the zinc plating. It's wearing here a little bit, but on most of these cars, that will be rust. I think that's about it. The bottom pinch seams of the car are clean, straight. You can't really get under the car right now, but there's a bunch of pictures of the underside of the car on the listing. It's one of the cleanest underbellies I've seen of a first-gen Civic, and I've owned quite a few of them over a number of years. This one, a lot of the suspension components are still shiny black, and little yellow paint markings all over the place where that was the production line inspection marks. So often those are all gone. Not sure what else to say about it. I removed and cleaned out the fuel tank after it sat for 13 years. It had a little bit of corrosion in it, so that had to get taken care of, and that's been all done. So the tank is nice and clean, and there it is, up for auction until Monday. So happy bidding, and good luck.